Welcome in, everybody. Thank you. It's the first ever Brownie Awards, the Cleveland Browns award show for the 2025 NFL season. And I am your wonderful host, Joey O'Donohue, ready to get into some fun action here for the Browns fans across the league. Listen, we've had an up and down season. There's no doubt about that, okay? So we've got awards for all Cleveland Browns. That includes the biggest idiot of the season, the best rookie, the most outstanding Cleveland Browns player. We've got plenty to get into with 2 games left. I think I'm ready to chalk this thing up, and I've got my answers. I've got my awards, Browns fans. So hit that subscribe button if you think this is a fun idea and you want to have your voice heard as well on the show. We're in Vegas here. That is where we were for the award show that we're doing right now. Okay, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's going to be flashy, and we've got plenty to talk about Cleveland Browns-wise. So hit that sub button if you are a diehard fan. And without further ado, let's get into our first award for the 2025 season, the most outstanding Brown. This award is the Cleveland Browns player who had the best season for the team. I mean, just wowed everybody. Probably you could call it our MVP. Let's open our award slip here. The most outstanding Brown award goes to Myles Garrett. Garrett wins the first brownie of the show, and this is absolutely deserved. Who else could it be? A most outstanding player of the season is Myles Garrett. Look, with just 2 games left on the schedule, he's about to make his way into history, ladies and gentlemen. The single-season NFL sack record set by Michael Strahan in 2001 at 22.5 sacks. It was tied by T.J. Watt in 2021. And currently, Myles Garrett sits tied third with a 22-sack season here in 2025. Half a sack away from tying it. One more does it. And I would be shocked if he doesn't get 1 in 2 games. So he absolutely deserves it. It's been an incredible season overall for Myles. Like I said, leads the NFL in sacks with those 22, and it's not even close. Leads the NFL in tackles for loss, and it's also not close. He's got 32 already. And look at his odds to become the Defensive Player of the Year. They have skyrocketed on most platforms to minus 20,000. If there's a player that deserves this award, it is no doubt Myles Garrett. It's been absolutely incredible for Big 95. We're watching history. It's greatness. And that is our first award of the Brownies Award show. Congratulations to Myles in that comment section. He deserves it. And did we get this one right, ladies and gentlemen? If you had a vote, who do you think has been the best Browns player this year all season long? Comment your pick for most outstanding Brown down below. But I have a feeling a lot of people would be picking Myles Garrett as well. The next award of the Brownie Awards, it's the biggest idiot. This award is a very special award, folks. Goes to a member of the Cleveland Browns who was consistently dumb, made dumb decisions week in, week out. I mean, there's really nothing like this person. And so the brownie for the dumbest Cleveland Brown of the year goes to... It's well-deserved. It's well-deserved. It's Kevin Stefanski. He's the biggest idiot. He absolutely has earned this brownie. Congratulations, Kevin, you big idiot, for everything you've done this season for the Cleveland Browns. Let's take a look at some of the dumbest moments and decisions from Coach this season. Well, the quarterback mess, there's nothing like it. You start the season with 4 on the roster, and the 2 that were 1 and 2 are no longer here. Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett getting all the training camp reps, and they both got traded. And then against Minnesota, Dylan Gabriel's first start, he burns all his timeouts while Carson Wentz leads a game-winning drive right down the field to put the Vikings ahead, a touchdown to Jordan Addison. We lose that football game. He also loved Dylan Gabriel for whatever reason, just gave him all the reps as if he was even close to being a good NFL prospect. I'm sorry, Dylan. It's just the truth. And then you get the Niners game, 4th and 1 on our own territory. Let's do the play where we run with our rookie tight end. He fumbled the ball. The Niners scored off it. We lose that football game. Let's look at the Titans game alone for Kevin Stefanski. All right, we were down 14, score a touchdown, Now, if you kick the PAT, ladies and gentlemen, let's do the math here, you could be down 7. But Stefanski elects to go for 2. We don't get it. Now you're down 8 and have to go for 2 the next time you score. And Shedeur puts the team on his back, drives down, finds Harold Fannin Jr. in the corner of the end zone. We get that touchdown, and it's 31-29. And Shedeur's hot. He's just scored back-to-back touchdowns, and this is where Kevin Stefanski, the Brownie Award winner, says, "Good job, Shedeur. Come on over to the sideline." Takes him off the field. We go to the worst 2-point attempt I've ever seen. Judkins doesn't know the play. He chucks it backwards to nobody. We lose the football game. So, Kevin, it's well-deserved, my friend. I could give you examples all season long, but we'll stop it there for his sake. And I'll give you some honorable mentions, okay? This was a tough one. Now, when you look at the Cleveland Browns as a whole, there are a lot of dumb decisions being made. Here's a couple others. Our special teams coordinator, Bubba Ventrone. Special teams unit's the worst I've ever seen. You've given up 3 return touchdowns and just big returns every week. Jeudy, the number 1 who complains and yells at Shedeur on the sideline, also leads the league in drops. Maybe that's why we don't go your way, Jeudy. And finally, every single member of the Cleveland Browns offensive line, I could show you clips all day long and photos of them just not knowing where to look, getting fooled by simple twists. You name it. Cam Robinson is an embarrassment of a left tackle, and we traded for him. I almost had to put Andrew Berry on the honorable mentions, but those are HMs. Who would be your vote, Browns fans? You've watched this team all year long, right? And I know we got a lot of people that know ball that watch this channel. So you tell me who's been dumb. Comment below who your pick would be for this Brownie Award. Curious what everybody thinks. The next Brownie Award for our first ever Brownie Award show is the Most Outstanding Rookie. Okay, this is a player that in an outstanding rookie class, lots of hits in the 2025 draft class from Andrew Berry. Who was the best out of all of them? There are so many good options here, ladies and gentlemen. The nominees for Most Outstanding Rookie: Harold Fannin Jr., the tight end out of Bowling Green, the reception machine. He leads this Cleveland Browns team in receiving yards as a tight end. Carson Schwesinger, the standout rookie linebacker who was once a walk-on at UCLA, has made a name for himself here in the National Football League in his first season. Shedeur Sanders, rookie quarterback out of Colorado, is now the starter after cycling through Flacco and Gabriel. We've got a guy that we are starting consistently. He is up for this award as well. Quinshon Judkins, the stud running back out of the Ohio State University. Great burst, vision, power. He's everything you want. Unfortunately, just got injured, but I absolutely should still be up for this award. And finally, Mason Graham, the rookie that you actually took with a top 5 pick in the NFL draft. Hasn't stuffed the stat sheet a whole lot. Maybe a lot of people think he wasn't worth that top 5 pick, but he's made an impact showing up, stuffing the run, and helping open things up for Myles Garrett. Cleveland's really missing Malik Collins now in that D-line, though. But those are your nominees. See who wins this award for the Most Outstanding Rookie. Well-deserved. It is Carson Schwesinger. Congratulations, number 49, on a remarkable season. I think he has been our best rookie in an outstanding class, and he deserves the Most Outstanding Brownie Award that we've got for you guys here on today's show. Look, ESPN made a list of the best rookies in the league this year across all teams, and they ranked Schwesinger number 1. We're not saying he's just the best Browns rookie. He's the best rookie in the league, ladies and gentlemen. And if you watch the film, if you watch the highlights, the stats, the way he just flies to the football, his pursuit's incredible. He's everywhere on the field. He is also the overwhelming favorite for Defensive Rookie of the Year, and that is also deservedly so. He leads all rookies in tackles, 137 of them. 11 of those have been for loss, 9 quarterback hits. He's got interceptions as well. He does everything. Sacks, like, what a prospect, folks. That's my pick. Did we get it right on the show? Comment down below who you think the best Browns rookie has been. Let me know that name in the comment section below. But I'm giving it to Carson Schwesinger. He gets the Brownie Award. We got more awards to hand out and perhaps more rookies, which is why I want to tell you guys about this awesome deal that we've got on today's show. You want to get a Shedeur Sanders jersey? You think he got robbed of the Brownie Award? You let me know. But it's now only $98. It was $130 to get this Shedeur jersey, folks. But if you go to chatsports.com/12jersey, a nice, easy link for you to remember, you can get this on sale. It's over 30% off to get a Shedeur Sanders jersey. That link will be in the comment section. I'll put it underneath the pinned comment and in the description. Chatsports.com/12jersey. Get yourself a Shedeur Sanders jersey. Get it for someone else. If you know a Browns fan, a Shedeur fan who would love it for the holidays, you can go ahead and buy them one at chatsports.com/12jersey on sale, ladies and gentlemen, this holiday season. Don't miss out on this awesome deal we got going on here at Chat Sports. The next brownie, it's the moment of the year. You guys know award shows. It's not only players, it's moments, it's everything. So we've got a few for you here on today's show. The moment of the year for the Cleveland Browns, there weren't a whole lot of them, but I think this one is deserving of the award. The Brownie Award goes to the Browns win against the Packers, Week 3, ladies and gentlemen, September 21st. Look at that scoreline, 13-10. I was drinking Kool-Aid at that time, ladies and gentlemen. We were 1-2. We should have beaten the Bengals. Really, you should have been 2-1. And to get that win over a Super Bowl contending Green Bay Packers, it had me fired up. What a moment for Cleveland. And it was one of the most improbable wins you've seen. Packers had over a 90% chance win probability with 3:16 left in the fourth quarter. Grant Delpit picks off Jordan Love. He runs that thing back inside the 5, and all of a sudden, there's life, ladies and gentlemen. Quinshon Judkins punches it in, ties the ball game with 3 minutes to go. It's 10-10. The Packers had a lead and were driving, and Love turned it over. So all of a sudden, it's a tie ball game. But they go right back down the field, and with 27 seconds left, McManus's kick gets blocked. How rare is that in the National Football League? There's still not much time, though. And so all of a sudden, we need to kick a game-winning field goal with Andre Schmidt, who missed a chip shot in Week 1. And he hits a 55-yard walk-off game winner. Savor this moment, Browns fans. It was incredible. I was elated on the live stream. And Andre Schmidt has been incredible ever since Week 1. I don't want to jinx it. Give me knock on some wood here or something. But the 55-yard game winner, thank you, producer Xavier, for also knocking on the wood, because we've had kicker woes for years. We can't afford that. Andre Schmidt has been incredible. What a moment. That's my pick for the Browns moment of the year. The next award on the Brownie Award show, ladies and gentlemen, box office player. Who brought the most intrigue? Who brought the most eyeballs to the Cleveland Browns, right? Why are people going to the stadium still at this point in the season? And the Brownie for the box office player of the Browns year, it's none other than Shedeur Sanders. Hold the wrist up, young buck. Number 12 receives the box office Brownie Award. I don't know how you could argue that he shouldn't get this one, ladies and gentlemen. To quote Pete Weber, the bowling player, love him or hate him, you watched. You tuned in to see what he was going to do. One of the most hyped up prospects entering the NFL draft, slid to the 5th round, was quarterback 4 in preseason, and all of a sudden, he's quarterback 1 right now. And so, there's been some flashes, quite frankly, of life from Shedeur Sanders. Deep passes we haven't seen all year that Shedeur has completed. There's been some rookie mistakes as well, 8 interceptions through this point. He's already got over 1,000 yards passing, and so those are the numbers for Sanders, but I have seen some flashes, and like I said, I think he sold tickets. He's a reason that Cleveland fans still went to the stadium. He's helped our viewers, I'll tell you that. The watch parties have been blowing up since Shedeur started, and so that's why there's no doubt in my mind that he is the box office Brownie of the year. And so show some love to Shedeur. Comment 12 if you were intrigued to see Shedeur play, okay? If he gave you a reason to watch the Browns, if it was announced that he was starting and you were like, all right, I'm going to watch what he does. Comment 12 if you admit that you were intrigued to see what Shedeur would do and what he's going to do going forward. I certainly am intrigued to see his next few starts and how many others he gets for the Cleveland Browns next year. Show some love. Comment 12 in that comment section. One more Brownie Award to wrap up this show. The biggest surprise of the season, okay? A player that impressed me, surprised me. Think of it as most improved, essentially. And the Brownie Award for the most surprising Brownie, the biggest surprise, is Devin Bush, a former rival of the Cleveland Browns, a Pittsburgh Steeler, came on over to Cleveland, and he has revived his career in Cleveland. Shout out Jim Schwartz, who has done a phenomenal job developing young defensive players like Carson Schwesinger, for example. But Devin Bush had really stepped up, especially that early half of the season. We got him on our side now, and number 30, been doing work. See if Cleveland elects to re-sign him next year, but he gets the Brownie for biggest surprise. What do you think, Browns fans? Did anyone get snubbed of this award show? Did I leave anybody out? You let me know in that comment section below. And if there's any other awards you want me to do this again when the official season's over, or put your own fun ones down in the comment section below. You tell me what awards you think you should have seen, or if anyone got snubbed of these awards, comment below. But I thought this was a fun episode. If you guys thought so too, just let me know. Hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate all the diehard Browns fans tuning in. This is a fun one to do, and 2 games left, Browns fans. So have a happy new year. Enjoy your holiday season, and I'll see you on the Browns Report very shortly. Hit that sub button.